Hello, goddesses. How are you? I hope that you're traveling well. I know that there's a lot going on, and the world is going crazy at the moment, isn't it? And that's why I'm so committed to you and, broadcasting regularly so that I can help empower you. Tonight we're going to talk about actually uniting to thrive, because this is 2020, and despite everything, it is the rise of female leaders. Numerologically, astrologically, in every possible way, we are going to be and are being supported to rise so that we can create some balance in the world, not specifically between men and women, but between the masculine and the feminine. And our cultural survival actually depends on it. And so that is why I'm working so passionately on this purpose, to empower women. And, I'll tell you a little bit about my journey so that you can understand why. But in the meantime, what I want to do is I had a look at the news today, and there was, here in Australia, job seeker is being phased out. They're looking at 150,000 jobs being lost. So many of us are out of work. And, on the upside, because I do focus on solutions and not problems, on the upside, what is happening is that we're actually, a lot of us being at home are actually having the time now to be able to focus on something that they've always wanted to do, and focusing on their purpose and passion and starting to make it happen, which is fantastic. Okay, but if you are watching the news a lot, suffering from anxiety, or, there are so many relationships, there's so much domestic violence going on at the moment, and addictions are on the rise because we're not coping with the way that we're feeling. And so I'm going to give you a couple of tips right now, but I also want to recommend to you that if you do suffer from anxiety, that to watch the video on anxiety relief. And if you are in a toxic relationship situation, I recommend you watch Transforming Your Relationships on this channel. And if you do like these videos, feel free to subscribe, like them, share them. That'd be fantastic. Now, I'm going to give you 3 very quick tips in case you are suffering at the moment. One is to focus on breathing deeply and slowly, and that's using your abdominal breath. A lot of us Australians are actually known as being chest breathers. We breathe into our chest, which is all about anxiety. It's like, going like that, where if you can breathe deeply into your abdomen slowly, and in actual fact, make the out breath a lot longer than the in breath, what you do is you activate your parasympathetic system. It relaxes you. It reduces anxiety. There's no better way to reduce anxiety than by breathing. So whether that's yoga, meditation, exercise, whatever increases your breathing, and you focus on breathing slowly and deeply in and out with your abdominal breath, you will feel so much better. And the great thing about it is it silences your inner critic, that chatter that keeps going on in your mind. Okay, so that's a great inner critic silencer. The next tip I have for you is to live in your imagination as much as possible. Focus, it's all about focus, okay? So we can focus on all the bad news and all the horrible things that are happening, the horrible things that are perhaps coming, with everything that's happening in the world. I mean, we just got over one bushfire season with devastating effects, and now we're going into bushfire season again, and this is after everything that's happening with COVID, with natural climate disasters. It's pretty bad out there. So for that reason, I encourage you not to watch the news too much, not to buy into what's happening too much, because we have the power to change things individually. So the best thing you can do for yourself is live in your imagination. What would you like to create for yourself? What is your best self? What is your best life? And I'll tell you a little secret. When you actually do that, you think about that, you imagine that, you actually start to feel it, to even smell it. create a world around it. I don't know if you've seen Anne with an E, Anne of Green Gables. She was great at doing that. So basically, the secret in doing that is you actually create new neural pathways, and that is the best and quickest way to create a brand new you, your ideal self and your ideal lifestyle. So there you go. That's a massive secret. And on that, the Areti Goddess Guide is actually a great tool for that, because it's filled with affirmations and practices to create your brand new ideal self and your life as well. And that's actually a gift, but I'll tell you about that later. I want to tell you a little bit about why tonight's topic is United We Will Thrive, okay? And I think I should start with my own journey, because it was only 6 years ago, I was at my wit's end. Having come from a childhood, from childhood trauma and events that actually impacted my health, wealth, relationships, I was on a roller coaster that I just couldn't get off. So having had a transient childhood, I then developed a transient life. And despite my health, wealth, relationships, all of that suffering, the best gift I gave to myself is going into a lifetime and spending a fortune on personal and spiritual growth and training, because that honestly saved my life. But up until 6 years ago, I was still on that roller coaster. That particular year, I had to, through no fault of my own, I had to move 3 times. And that was because I was in rental properties, and I was supposed to have been given a 1-year lease, and it was a 6-month lease. I had to move. They were selling the place. And of course, because I had to move so much, like I've gone through major life changes on a regular basis, okay? And I'm laughing now because I've done the work, and so I've reached an equilibrium, which means that it doesn't matter what happens. My mood doesn't change. And trust me, that is a massive gift, okay? Because 6 years ago, I was broke because this constant moving with a whole house full of furniture. I went into debt. I was doing it all alone. I was in ill health. My stress levels, anxiety was at a maximum, and I was broke. So basically, it was at that time the most amazing thing happened. And I was given a place, a humble place, that I didn't have to move out of. And can I tell you, when I moved into this place, because years past, I had been imagining and manifesting what I called a sanctuary of my own, where I could heal and grow. And that is what I got. So 6 years ago, I moved in, and for the first time in my life, I felt safe. And here's the thing. I didn't realize I didn't feel safe until I felt safe. Now, rewinding again, despite everything that was happening, I achieved a lot. Like I became an actor, which, given my childhood trauma, I didn't have any boundaries or self-worth. So then I became an actor. While I'm doing all this work on myself, I've actually achieved a lot, okay? The thing is, author, speaker, made films, ran for the seat of Sydney federal election in 2016. My passion has always been empowering people. So the reason I'm telling you all this is because when I moved into this place 6 years ago, I was able to heal and start rebuilding my life. So I started from zero. And at age 52, I actually started my first company with my passion to empower women. Why? Because health, wealth, relationships, I have been there. I'm not going to go into the long, detail of my whole life, okay? We're going to get to know each other. So basically, what has happened since I started that business, and it's been a huge learning curve, it's been the most rewarding and intense and challenging time of my life. But the biggest gift is that I can work in my own space, in my own time, in my own comfort and my own pace for my own health. Okay? And what I want to do is both inspire you, motivate you so that you can make it happen as well. And I'm going to teach you my strategy and all the best tools that I've picked up over a lifetime, and exactly how I did it and how I'm doing it. Because I've recently subscribed to ClickFunnels. I'm doing all their training at the moment. I'm doing the 30-day one funnel away challenge. And I have learned even more, and I'm going to be sharing all that with you. So this is why I say that united we will thrive, because you only have to watch. And here again is another tip. I encourage you, in terms of entertainment, to watch inspiring stories. Don't watch the news, watch great stories. Netflix is fantastic, okay? So watch amazing, inspiring stories, and you'll see when women come together, when we all get together, we can really empower each other. And the thing is that we are super, super powerful. We are actually a lot more collaborative, organized, strategic, dare I say it, than men, okay? So given that we're on the internet now more than ever, okay, what I've created is this new group online coaching. So not only can we catch up from around the world, wherever we are as friends, but also so that you can get together in a very safe, confidential space, as well as empowering space, because trust me, the rules are going to be set, okay? To download, release anything that's blocking you, and get empowered and power on. And that's the thing too. You know, surround yourself with people that inspire you, or people that you aspire to be like, or people that will uplift you. So that's the purpose of the group online coaching that I'm starting, and I want you to join us. And I've made it really, really easy for you, especially during this time. Okay, your first month is free, and then every month thereafter, and you can cancel anytime, it's all guaranteed, okay? Every month thereafter, it's discounted down to $97. So it's really easy for you to join, and I'd love to have you, all of us together, to thrive, because this is our year, Goddesses. And another thing I can offer you is the 2020 case study for the rise of female leaders. So if you have an inspiring story to share to motivate and inspire other goddesses and want to be featured in front of thousands of people for an audience, then get in touch with me, okay? Because we can do that as well. As well as that, in terms of resources, check out all the online courses that are there to step-by-step empower you to start your own business and thrive, okay? Now, I've picked out a goddess card again this week, and this is a fantastic card to empower you. Oh, there's my notifications going off. I've got my phone on silent, so I don't know why. There you go. That's another thing I've learned, is delegate and outsource, okay? Because I have learned so much starting my own business online, taking all my courses and making them online courses, all of that I've learned and I can teach you. But it does come to a point where I need help because I'm learning so much more. Anyway, so this is our goddess card for the week. Isn't she beautiful? And I've picked out Pearl for our goddess today. And wait till you hear what she's all about, because once again, this goddess is on topic. So you can also embody all these beautiful qualities, okay? Pearl is a fiery Hawaiian volcano goddess. The daughter of the earth goddess Haumea, Pearl came to Hawaii on a boat. Killed in a fight with her sister, the ocean, she took refuge in the glowing cauldron of Mount Kilauea. where she receives the souls of the dead and regenerates them with fire. Now think about what's happening in the world. A lot of death and loss. In tempestuous relationship with Kampawa, the ferocious pig god, she's portrayed as a jealous goddess. Her rages manifesting as volcanic eruptions. Wow, what a temper she must have. Revered by Hawaiians, even today, she carries the force of the volcano with its molten lava flow, which even in destruction creates new land. So at the very time of crisis is when we can grow. PAL stands for the molten, fierce aspect of life, which we're in at the moment, that is unable to do anything halfway. She reminds us that even in the midst of fiery eruption, there is creation and new life. So, Goddess, if you are passionate about growth and you do want to be empowered to thrive this era, join us and we can thrive together. And with that, namaste, Goddess. I wish you amazing success always. Bye for now.